Hello, and welcome to the new season 3 of Amethyst Racing. I hope everyone is doing well. It's beautiful to see so many of you here watching the stream. And I can assure you now, it's going to be a good one. Season 2 was a mad season, and both tiers, Tier 1 and 2, came down to the last race for the championship fight. And I'm really hoping it happens again, only this time I win it. But anyway, if you guys are not already familiar, you can have a little look at the Tier 1 lineup. Potato Dundee, subscribe with Prime. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. So thank you. Potato Dundee, are you a driver or in oh, it's Martin. Okay, I was gonna say, getting that little sponsorship in. Nice. Anyway, no, it's very much appreciated, Martin. Yeah, you can see up on your screen here the driver lineup for today. I believe it's K-Best, actually, second seat for AlphaTauri, isn't going to be here, so T. Smith is reserving, as AlphaTauri do have a Tier 1 reserve. And of course, Season 3 is the whole new budget system, and it's probably too much to go into on stream, but if you haven't already seen it or know what it's about, join our Discord. There's lots of information on it, so you can be caught up to speed on there. But anyway, let's get on with it. We are in the quali now. There you go. Now Streamlabs picks it up. Yeah, anyway, short quali, Bahrain, first track, round 1 of 12 in this season. Let's see if I can get the leaderboard working, hopefully, if it wants to work.
Yeah, so first race of the season here in Bahrain. I mean, I don't know if anyone was watching chat, if they watched the actual F1 race of Bahrain, and yeah, it was pretty interesting, that one. Hope we're having an interesting race here here at Amethyst Racing in Tier 1. And I am gonna mention there is a couple debuts here in the Tier 1 this season, with, I believe it is T. Smith. I think he's making his first Amethyst debut. Correct me if I'm wrong, Will. As
No,
well as,
he was racing last season, actually,
was
with
he?
Ferrari, yeah.
Oh, okay. But Paul Green with Alfa Romeo. This is his Tier 1 debut today in Season 3. I believe he placed second in the Championship Drivers in Tier 2 last season. And then we also have Jensen Jolly racing for Alpine, who won the Tier 2 Drivers Championship last season in Tier 2 in Season 2, and is making his Tier 1 debut in Season 3. As well as Jehovah the Alpine team principal, as well as first seat driver for Alpine. He's making his Tier 1 debut, proper debut. He was a reserve driver last season. However, he is racing probably now, as well as the team's principal. And Simon Standstill, he is making his debut today. So a couple debuts. And as I say, that Hodgkinson in the winners making his first lap. Putting his first lap in with a 1:27.366. So obviously people put the laps in, and that time will be beaten, as Elsam has beaten that time with 1:26.731.
Yeah, so I mean, as you're saying, there's quite a few people who are either completely new to the league or are new to Tier 1 in Season 3. So it's going to be interesting to see how drivers race with each other and perform. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about strategy, because Bahrain is known for its high tide aggregation. And so I'm going to be interested to see how many teams or drivers opt for the medium compound when qualifying them. I mean, you can see here Jahavazol, who's actually the team principal for Alpine, is running the mediums at the moment. I mean, what's your preferred strategy, Sam?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, like you said, Bahrain's are high. It just rinses your tires quite quickly. Some people go. It depends what strategy like driver's going to use. I mean, if the driver wants to get that P1 or not, pole position, obviously they're going to go for a soft in qualifying, as well as the top 10 people or the people who qualify in top 10. They're going to go on that soft compound if they want to get up there. Or there'll be other drivers who will qualify on the mediums who try and get so they can start on the mediums, so they have a longer start on the first compound they choose. But preferably for me, I would go for the soft medium soft compound strategy. I don't know what you will, but that's my preferred strategy here at Bahrain.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are two kind of viable options. So I think it is soft, medium, soft. Or you could attempt to qualify on the mediums if you have the pace, and then go for a one stop and medium to hard. But obviously, if cars start coming out, it could potentially be quite troublesome. But if it's a clean race and no safety cars come out, which we've actually seen quite a bit of at the end of season 2, which hopefully we do get, but the strategy could pay off. I mean, you can see here 3 drivers at the moment out of the 17 we have on the grid. Only 3 have picked medium. So it looks like the soft, medium, soft strategy is preferred among the drivers at the moment. So Andreas Elsum, currently provisional pole 126.7, only 100th quicker than Logistem, and we actually held a pre-season kind of practice race or whatever. It wasn't streamed, and Elsum's actually just beaten this time further, 2/10 quicker this time than Logistem, but Logistem actually won that practice race. Obviously, it doesn't count towards anything, but it shows that Logistem is looking pretty strong this season, and currently P2 in the qualifying. I think he's going to be one to battle with. Gamer Blazing, it's good to see you're supporting Al Gamdi. That is what we like to see. I'm actually the Alfa Romeo team principal, and Al Gamdi is the tier 1 driver for one of the tier 1 drivers for Alfa Romeo. So no, I'm supporting him too, both Paul Green and Al Gamdi. Mark Rack, good to see you in the chat. Nice to have you here. Good luck, Connor. Yeah, Connor again driving for McLaren. Again driving for McLaren this season. I think that's all 3 seasons now he's been driving for McLaren, so obviously he seems quite happy there. And Sogard now, who is one of the Williams drivers, joining. He was a bit late. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get in a car and qualify. Since he was late, I'm not sure how the game allows it, but Cade rolling Lone Wolf. Yeah, Keats, who is currently in the pits, but Keats, his teammate, Sami Erkan in Tier 1 Mercedes, isn't attending today, unfortunately. So it's just Cade for Mercedes. But anyway, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Oh yeah, if you couldn't tell, I couldn't figure out how to get the overlay working. So we're back with the default one for this race. I'll see if I can get it fixed for next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Lindholm now has actually set a faster lap than Nojisum, so he's now currently provisional P2, and actually an Alpine spinning out there. Not sure which one that is. Oh, it's Jolly. On his outlap has Span. I'm sure he's going to love that we've picked that up on stream.
Yeah.
And yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Hamadir and Bean and Radcliffe currently haven't set any laps yet. I don't know how many minutes are left with the qualifying. I'm sure it's not too long. We actually have 6 minutes and 30 minutes, 6 minutes 30 left. That's what it's saying for me. I don't know about you, Will.
So in 7:30, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Hamadir and Bean haven't sent a lap yet. Neither has Radcliffe, but I believe they're on their outlaps. I mean, last season, Hamadir, he absolutely dominated the scene. And obviously, from that, he won the Drivers' Championship. And, this guy showed, consistency with, pace, speed, as well as, Bean. He had a good, yeah, I mean, he had an on-off season. That was all right. And I was just saying that, Lurdstam in the AlphaTauri this season sitting at 1 minute 26.11, 0.411, sorry. So that is the quickest lap so far.
Yeah, well, I mean, as we were saying earlier, Lodestone is looking very strong, and that lap proves it, I think. And now this is quite interesting, actually. The Aston Martin lineup for Tier 1 this season, Dominic Hamadir and Joe Bean, both exceptionally good drivers. And so, as a result of that and their performances in Season 2, they're considered more expensive drivers, because obviously in Season 3 Amethyst Racing, each driver has a contract price, and teams only have a certain budget, and so they have to kind of compromise and things. And so spending so much money on two drivers, they've actually had to only hire Hamadir for half a season because they can't afford him for a full season. And so it's a bit of a gamble, really, because if they don't, perform well or get unlucky in the first half of the season, they're not going to be able to re-sign and extend Hamadir's contract. They're going to have to find a slightly less expensive and, I would assume, less experienced driver to fill in.
Yeah, I mean, as you say that, Hamadir's setting second fastest lap and Joe Bean setting third fastest lap, so we might see sorry. They Aston Martin 1-2 here, but they are coming both back into the pits, probably on to maybe get a new pair of softs. But yeah, like I said before, these guys show consistency, and hopefully, like you were saying, Will, if they don't perform well, they can't. The team principal can't afford them, but if they perform well, that brings in money, and so they allow them to stay together.
And here we are, on board with Conor Ratcliffe, who frequently complains to me that I don't give him enough time in viewing time in the qualifying. So here you go, Conor, and he comes into the pits. All right, well, I tried, Conor. All right, I tried.
Corners really don't deserve stream time, man.
I mean, listen, I've put the spotlight on him. He's just coming to the pits. I think if anything, he's a little bit shy,
Yeah.
But
Connor's a very camera shy person.
It's not like he commentates the tier 2 race or anything, but
Yeah, no, I don't think he does that.
Anyway, here we are with Al Ghamdi, Alfa Romeo second seat here, looks to be on a fast lap, but there is an AlphaTauri in front, who I'm hoping will get out of the way. But let's see. And there you go, Smith does get out of the way very nicely there. If I saw correctly, I believe I saw that Al Gamdi got purple sector 1. A bit squirrely out of turn 10 there. It's always very difficult to get right, but looks like a clean sector 2 so far. Just coming into sector 3 now. No purple sector 2, but could still be on for a fast lap. It's annoying, if we had the overlay we could tell exactly how that lap was going, but can't seem to get it working. Here we go around the final corner now, onto the pit straight. Pedal all the way to the floor, and it looked like he's going to go into the pits. Oh, he is! Wow, that was a late move into the pits. I guess that wasn't the lap for him. Not too long on the session left now, so I think, you know, he thought better get some fresh tyres on and refuel to go out for one more lap and really make it count. And here we are with Simon Sandlesteel. First race in Amethyst Racing, his debut in Tier 1. Let's see how he does. I believe we're on a hot lap with him now. Let's ride on board. I'm liking his helmet, supporting the Amethyst Racing colours. And probably just warming up for a lap now, or he's... oh, maybe not. I mean, he's not going to have time to do another lap, I don't think, if he's coming into the pits now.
No,
So it looks like, yeah, it looks like 11th is going to be the best that Sandlesteel can do.
And Green actually sent a 137.024, going from P17 to P11. So that's good so far for his Tier 1 debut.
So yeah, Paul Green was originally in Tier 2 in Season 2 and was tantalisingly close to getting that Drivers' Championship. It all came down to the last race, and just got beaten by Jolly. But a very fast driver, he's proved himself, hence why I've hired him. And I'm not biased, I swear, but him and Al Gamdi are gonna crush this race. And here we go, last lap for Paul Green. Elsom coming back onto provisional pole, 126.3, and Green actually backs out of that lap, lets someone pass. So I guess 11th is the best Green's going to be doing. Let's have a look with Housley, who's actually finished. So let's not have a look at Housley. Let's have a look at Lurgiston, who's just coming across the line now for his final lap. Currently in P2. Can he take provisional pole? He can. 126.3 for Lurgiston. Currently going to be starting this race at the front as it is. Let's see if Hamadir can beat him. Just coming to the end of Sector 2 now. Not sure how his lap's been before this, but he's going to be looking to take that top spot. Hamadir was unbeatable in Tier 1 last. And Joe Bean, actually, Hamadir's teammate in Aston Martin, takes provisional pole away from Lurgiston. 126.1. Now it's Hamadir versus Bean. Can he beat his teammate? Coming around the final corner. Gas all the way to the floor. Full acceleration. Let's see how he does. Coming across the line. Only best for seconds. A tenth slower than his teammate. Let's see now if Elsom, coming around the final corner as well, can beat Bean's time. There's a 2/10 difference that he has to make up. Let's see if he's made it. And he doesn't. Just backs off at the end of the line. End of the lap there. And I believe this is Al Gamadi coming across the line. Was it? I couldn't quite tell, actually. Let's see where Algamadi's at. Oh, Algamadi's just coming to Sector 3 now. Currently P17. Come on, it's not Algamadi, so it's Algamdi, I believe. I think I've been pronouncing his name wrong. But anyway, coming around the final corner now. P17. Let's see if he has improved. And he hasn't. That's going to be Algamdi starting P17. No worries, he's going to make it up in the race. I can feel it. But that is qualifying done. Legistum hasn't improved coming to the pit. So Joe Bean taking the first pole of season 3. And it's going to be Aston Martin locking out the front row. So far, it looks like Aston Martin's gamble has paid off with their 2 drivers looking extremely strong. And then Legistum and Elsum on the second row, with Elsum's teammate Housley, both for Haas, looking quite strong near the front there as well. For some reason, it's because we're still waiting for Legistum to go into the pits. There you go.
So yeah, Joe Bean taking provisional pole in Aston Martin, as well as Hamadir in the second Aston Martin taking P2, which means it's going to be a Aston Martin front row grid with Legistum in P3, Elson P4, Housley P5, Luhoff P6, Lindell P7, Roy Bates P8, Jehovah Soul P9, Ratcliffe P11, Hodgkinson P11, Green P12, Jolly P13, Simon Standstill P14, Sammy Erkin P15. Who is this? Sogard in P16, Algemine in P17, and T Smith in P18.
Beautiful. Well, here we go now, into the race. Apparently Legistum is lagging badly. I've had a few reports of that. So let's hope it calms down for the actual race, but it could make it difficult to be overtaken. Or for drivers to overtake him, rather. But let's hope that isn't the case. I mean, yeah, I gotta say at the moment, Aston Martin are looking pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean, they've got 2 strong drivers. Joe Bean, yeah, like I said earlier, he had a bit of an on and off season last season. But he did win the last race, which was at Abu Dhabi, and as well as his teammate, but they absolutely destroyed the scene in Tier 1, and actually got the drivers' championship. So yeah, Aston Martin looking very strong at the start of the season. I know. I only know. I know it's well, we know. Should I say? Sorry, I can't get my words out. That it's the first race of the season. You know, there are room for improvements for for everyone. But as it stands, Aston Martin looking very strong.
Yeah, I mean, I think this first race is going to be kind of pathfinding for everyone. But anyway, this is the formation lap. Not the actual race. Formation lap. So, let me just get... I wish the... Oh, they do. Okay, I'm just being an idiot. Alright, ignore me. Anyway. Formation lap now to just get everyone's tyres up to temperature. I'm actually interested to see the tyres that everyone has gone for. So you can see outside of the top 10, the majority of drivers went for the mediums, with only Sogard and Jolly starting on the softs. And Keats and Sogard have been disqualified from the formation lap. But remember, if you're disqualified from the formation lap, you're still racing in the actual race. So they're not out of the race, just the formation lap. And it seems like Sogard did actually manage to get back in. Charlie's been disqualified as well. Everyone loves to be disqualified, apparently.
Yeah, so yeah, Joe Bean and Hamilton, both of Aston Martins on the front row. I both believe they are Fanatec drivers. So if you want to win at Amethyst, then go get yourself a Fanatec via £3,000 running around.
So it seems like Cade is saying how someone crashed into him, which I assume is Sogard, because they both got disqualified at the same time. So, you know, 1 add 1 equals 2.
No way.
No, it's, you know, it's just an expression. It's blindingly obvious, you know. Put those two pieces of information together and
So yeah, here we go. Drivers line up for the grid. And we've got our predicted pit stop strategy. So 2 stop strategy. I believe it's soft, medium. Most drivers has chosen, and then soft, medium, hard. I believe I also saw. So as we wait for all the other drivers to line up on the grid, 18 drivers on the grid today here at Bahrain. First race this season, and yeah.
I'm excited. Here we go. Lights coming on now. 5 lights. And everyone gets away at the Bahrain Grand Prix, the season opener for Amethyst Racing Season 3. Everyone gets away cleanly. No incidents so far. Coming into turn 1 now. Looks to be 3 wide. Looks like Lurgiston manages to take the lead from both of the Aston Martins. Gets ahead of both of them into turn 1. Hamida in second, Bean in third. Bean has somehow lost 2 places already during this race, just in turn 1. Coming into turn 4 now. Lurgiston's still leading. Let's have a little look at how we're doing down in the midfield. Here we have Hassan Alpine side by side. Housley does get ahead of Jahavazol. And looks like Jahavazol can't manage to get back in front. Ratcliffe actually moving ahead of Hodgkinson as well, both side by side here, as they're about to come into turn 11, and Ratcliffe just makes the move stick. Oh, and one of the McLaren's, Rory Bates, I think, just rear-ended Hodgkinson and pushed him into Ratcliffe, so I'm not sure if Hodgkinson's going to have any wing damage from that. At the moment, it doesn't look like any wing damage, but it did look like a bit of a shunt. Anyway, let's go even further back now and see how we're doing. Looks like Sogard has just made a move onto green. Remember, Sogard is on the soft, so he's going to have the pace advantage earlier on. And most people at the back are on the medium, so they're going to be playing the slightly longer game. And back up at the front, Lurgiston still ahead, with the 2 Aston Martins following close behind.
Oh, and looks like Green's me pitting. I don't know why. I don't think he has wing damage, but he's me pitting.
Really? Green's pitting?
Yeah, I believe he's going for a... No, he's going for a wing change. I believe he might got some wing damage on the start there. And Lindell, who in the Red Bull, current P15, at the start the race, I believe he span out, jumping from P7 to P17. So he's gonna want to get back into that position and get further as well.
Interesting. So we have someone in the chat saying that Simon is completely desynced, because on Simon's screen he's P13, but the stream is showing him as P17. So that's slightly worrying, but I guess we'll just have to see how that plays out. Anyway, let's have a little look down in the midfield here again. And Ratcliffe, currently up into P9, close behind Jolly. Let's ride on board with these guys, see how they get on. Now it's going to be interesting to see if drivers save their tyres or kind of try and play the longer game and, you know, try go for a longer stint on the softs. But around Bahrain, I feel like, you know, they just get worn so easily. These opening laps are so vital, and you just gotta attack, and try and make up as many places as you can. So as it stands, oh, and Simon Sandelstein has actually retired from the session. Not sure what that's about. It looks like he's in the pits and he's retired, so not quite sure why he's chosen to do that. Maybe he felt like his race was already over and just gave up easily, who knows. But Simon Sandelstein, for his debut race of Amethyst Racing, has retired. Anyway, everyone is still very close together, actually. This is great to see. And Logeson's still leading up front.
Conor Ratcliffe from McLaren just spun out on the opening corner to the long straight. I believe it was turn 9 he spun out. So he's going to be dropping from P9 to P16.
Really, that is very unfortunate for Conor. Oh, and very hot rears, it looks like, just squealing about back there. Very unfortunate for him. Did you see how it happened? Did you
Yeah, I think he looks like he lost his backhand and just swung out, almost crashed into the wall, but he managed to save it. Yeah, he's dropped down quite a bit now, so it's been very frustrating for him. We need to help his team out, Roy Bates.
Yeah. Anyway, unfortunate for Ratcliffe, but the race carries on. We had a bit of Williams side-by-side action, actually, and Sogard, who is on the softs, is very close behind Hodgkinson now. And it's going to be interesting to see if any team orders come into play. You know, if Sogard has the pace advantage, maybe Hodgkinson will let them through, but we'll just have to see how that plays out. We did get a follow, 13... oh, no, that is... I'm looking at the wrong thing. Stinning Slayer, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you very much for the follow. It is much appreciated. If you haven't followed already, and you are watching, and you are enjoying what you're seeing, please do follow. It really helps us out a lot. Well, that's my friend also hyped. That's great to hear, Jojo. 4 laps in, and I mean, only 1 retirement at the moment, and no major incidents. Although we do have a yellow flag. Sector 2, it looks like that's going to be... let's see here, I think that's T. Smith, it is. Dropped down now to P16, not quite sure what caused him to spin out. But very unfortunate for him, he's got a lot of work to do to catch back up now. Another follow coming in, Gamer Blazing, thank you very much. Like I said earlier, always really appreciated, glad you're enjoying it. And Conor Ratcliffe picking up a 5-second penalty, I think that was. I'm not quite sure why, and Rory Bates a 3-second penalty. So, did Conor pick up a 5-second penalty? Oh yeah,
he did.
No, he did.
Speeding in the pit lane.
Speeding in the pit lane, that'll do it. And after pitting, Conor coming out P17 at the back. I assume he must have had some wing damage if he's coming in this early, or maybe, you know, having spun on those and maybe flat spotted them. You know, he's had to come in and pit for them. They just weren't working for him anymore. But the top 3 at the moment have been pretty stable. Another yellow flag, sector 2 and 3. Looks like a Red Bull this time. Linderhall, the only Red Bull on track at the moment, has span out. Not quite sure the reasoning for that, if it was on his own accord, if it was an incident with someone else. Everyone's putting F's in chat for Simon. Not quite sure why. Simon retired a while ago. Well, at least on our screen, I know someone was saying he was desyncing earlier. But, I mean, Joe Bean's getting really close to his teammate Hamadir, so it's going to be interesting to see if they both, work together, or if they're going to, try and race this thing out.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, on lap 4, Hamada tried making a move on Lurgistam and just couldn't make the move, and they had to back out. I mean, Lurgistam and P1 currently gone from P3 from before turn 1 actually. You know, he tried getting I don't know what it is with his setup. He must have like a really good setup, and you know, it's very balanced. He's got great downforce, and you know, he's really fast on the straight. So, because I mean, Hamada and Joe Bean, well, Hamada especially, you know, he's getting the DRS on him, and he just can't make the overtake. So I think Hamada and you know Joe as a team, like you know, is going to get very frustrated by this.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll see here if Hamada can make an overtake as he's going to get DRS behind
Oh, we
Lodestam.
actually have
So we'll
Jolly,
see.
who just... Sorry about that. We actually have Jolly, who just went for a lunge down the inside of the final corner there. And didn't quite make it work. Had a little bit of contact, but... yeah, he did actually manage to make up one place. And with someone pitting now, Jolly is up into P4. As he gets a overtake on Mika Luhoff around turn 1. So
Yeah.
Jolly's just managed to make up, like, what was that, 3 places in the space of 2 corners. So
That's what I say. I cut you off, but Hammond actually made the move down the straight on Lodestam, and Lodestam, I don't know, man, this guy must be like on crack or something today. He's managed to take the position away from Hamilton on turn 2. So you know that's absolutely crazy. This guy's. Oh, I mean, I can't remember how you know well Lodestam did last season. I think he didn't. I think he didn't do too bad, but I think you know he's in his zone now at the moment. You know, he's got great balance, great setup, should I say? Like I said, you know, not too long ago. I
I
mean,
mean,
damn, bro.
at this point, you know, you just got to get in a rhythm and get your head down. There's a long way to go in the race, and I mean, these soft runners for Bahrain, the 7 laps, they're going to be dropping off and getting really quite worn now. So whether someone tries to go for the undercut or not, it's going to be interesting to see. You know, as we saw previous lap 6, some people did already start to pit, and here you go, Hamida coming into pit now. So Joe Bean up into P2. Let's see what tyre Hamida's gone for. He's gone for the mediums, as expected. And so Hamida is going to be coming down, it looks like into P6 or 7. Looks like Kay Keats might be able to get him into turn 1 here. A lot of people coming into pit now, and Joe Bean picking up a 3-second penalty. We've seen quite a few people picking up penalties around here at the moment, but Hamida just coming out in front of Keats are so vitally important. Got to make the most of those fresh tyres, and getting behind Keats, you know, is just going to limit his progress.
Yeah, I mean, I think Aston Martin. I don't know what strategy they're doing, but I think this Joe Bean's going to stay out there with Lodestam. You know, just follow whatever he does, and just Hamida looking like he's the more stronger out of the two out of the pair. So you know. I don't know. I don't know the team principal is for Aston Martin, but I'm guessing he's saying Joe, you stay out there, focus on Lodestam. Hamada will come in, do his stuff, and then when he gets up there, hopefully, or soon, and then Joe, you can come back in.
Yeah, I mean, it's Martin Camberford for the Aston Martin team principal, and you're right, Bean is just mirroring what Lurgistam is doing. So both Lurgistam and Bean coming into the pits now, and it looked like Bean made up a lot of time on that pit entry to him. So let's see actually if this undercut has worked for Hamida, as he's coming across the pit straight now. It looks like it might have. It's going to be really close. And Hamida does get ahead of both Lurgistam and Bean before turn 1.
Yeah, I mean that worked out powerfully for Aston Martin. Obviously, they're not in the place where they want to be, but they can always move on. And Joe's just gonna be. I mean, Lodestam, I believe he's the only. No, he's not the only Alpha driver. But Lodestam is in Aston Martin sandwich at the moment. And I think he'll be able to break out of it. Only time will tell.
Yeah, and because of that bunch pitting, we now have two guys up front who have not yet pitted, I don't believe. It's Hodgkinson and Al Ghamdi, both on the medium tyres still. So I'm sure they'll probably go a little bit longer before pitting. But right now it's really just trying to maximise that gap to the guys behind, because of course they've already pitted. And so they're at a bit of a disadvantage to them. But they've just got to get their heads down and try extend that gap as much as possible. Anyway, here in 10th position with Housley for Haas, fighting for those points. At the moment, his teammate in 7th currently as well. And Luhoff just ahead of Housley, quite close together. And Luhoff actually Season 1 Drivers' Champion, so he's already proven himself. Season 2 wasn't the best season for him, so let's see if he can improve at all. Here he goes, round the outside of turn 1, makes an attempt on Jolly, but Jolly defends nicely. Let's see if Luhoff can get a better exit out of turn 3. It looks like he can. Is he going to go for it down the inside? He's trying. A little bit of contact there. Doesn't affect Jolly. And saved nicely by Luhoff, but Luhoff stays in 9th. And I mean, this is great for Housley. You know, these two battling up front, just ahead of him. He's going to be able to stick along nicely and, you know, maybe exploit a mistake from one of them or even both of them. So apparently Simon's game has crashed, says Jojo. Rest in peace indeed. That's annoying, especially for your debut race as well in the league, to have your game crashing. Very unfortunate indeed, but that's the way the game goes, unfortunately, with Codemasters in F1 2021.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I'm gonna say is, you know, I only, you know, we're only 10 laps into the race, and you know, we've got 20 to 19 more to go, and you know, it's only first race season. But Tier 1 is looking a lot cleaner than it was last season. I mean, technically we haven't really had any DNFs, but you know, we have had one with someone's game crashing. But besides that, you know, clean racing so far. You know, that's what we hope to continue in Amethyst racing. And you know, it might be a bit too early to call, but you know, there's still the improvement that we've seen so far.
Yeah, I mean, I would just warn you, Sam, that I seem to have this commentator's curse, so I'd assume you'd be the same, but every time I say that something's going well for someone or something along these lines, something bad always happens. But you're right, there has been a massive improvement that we've seen so far this race. And it was actually quite funny because last season in Season 2, Tier 2 actually had many less incidents, or much less incidents than Tier 1. But hopefully this season we can both get them even more clean than they already were. But let's see here, Luhoff still trailing behind Jolly, very close, constantly within that, you know, half a second, really putting the pressure on Jolly. And I mean, this is quite a good way to get an overtake, you know, just constantly pressurize the driver in front, just force them into a mistake or a risky move, and that's an easy overtake right there. But Jolly, being the Season 2 champion for Tier 2, you know, he's
Sorry, just cut you off there. Both the Aston Martins spinning each other out. Looks like Joe being caused that accident, going to, you know, just dipping into Hamida there. That is not good. And literally just before that, Lerstam overtook them. So I don't know what caused that. I know Joe caused that, but
Are you able to clip that, Sam? I'd love to see that.
I'll try to clear that for you. And he just spun out again. Joe being could be out here. He's knocked me out, but he's going to have some wind damage. This has gone down dramatically.
Wow. I can't believe what we're seeing. I mean, both these Astons up in such high positions, both of them. And we were saying earlier, you know, are they going to race each other or are they going to, you know, play the team game? and obviously they chose to race each other, and they're paying the consequences right now. Down 11th for Hamadir and 15th for Bean with wing damage for Bean as well, so he's going to have to be pitting.
Yeah, but this
Absolutely
is this is
devastating.
this is just perfectly fallen into Earthstam's hands. So, I know we got 17 laps, 70 more laps to go. He overtook them, and now they've spun each other out. I mean, I can't, you can't really tell, who was at fault there from where I was watching. But, look, predominantly that Joe was the one in front. And I think that might be in the commentator's curse coming in there.
Yeah,
And,
what did I say? It always goes badly.
but yeah, that's going to be very, very frustrating for Aston Martin. I don't think they were exactly fighting at each other out, but I think Bean might have got a bit spooked. I don't know what, maybe his rear end out, went out a little bit, but looked like Joe was the one that caused the accident, and Joe got into the hard compound, and Hamadir, I believe, got on the hard compound as well.
Oh,
And
Rory
Roy
Bates.
Bates,
Rory Bates retiring from the session. Looks like he's in the wall in sector 2 there. Um, wasn't expecting that, but that is one of the McLarens out of this race, not what they need right now. But of course, with both the Astons spinning each other out, that's everyone moving up 2 places, and Lurgiston is back in the lead of this race with the 2 others pitting as well, Al Ghamdi and Hodgkinson, I believe it was. But Elsom now, as a result of that, into P2 with Luhoff in 3rd. So a massive change of events in the race. But I'm sure these guys won't be complaining.
yeah, with Halsey in P4 as well. Looks like he's gonna try to go on the outside of Luhoff. I don't think he's gonna make a move here. Looks like he's gonna back out a bit and go for that DRS here. Would be the smart choice, but looks like Luhoff is just zooming off there. Got a great exit of turn 1 into turn 2. Yeah, obviously both the Aston Martins spinning now. That allows drivers to get further up there, as pretty much 2 places, just free basically.
Yeah. And, Halsey here, team principal for Haas, going to be wanting to get some really good points for the team, bring home a bit of money, and, show Haas is in the fight. I believe they came bottom of the Constructors in Season 2. But, Elsom in P2, Halsey in P4, and fighting for P3. It's possible at this point in time we could be seeing a double podium finish here for Haas, but I don't want to jinx them. Maybe I already have.
Yeah, I think just jinx it with that sentence, but yeah, Haas last season, finished bottom at the Drivers' Championship, or the Constructors' Championship, sorry, should I say, with Sami Erkan and Keats, with both being the main drivers for Tier 1. And, Housley and actually, before I stop, Housley actually making a move on Luhoff, getting a nice little overtake on him. And that's going to be Housley on podium. Hopefully he can keep that. He's going to want to keep that sport, should I say. And hopefully I'll probably make it a double podium for Haas. And last season, Housley and Elson, I'm not going to say they were mid-table drivers, but, they were just bit in front of that, I would say. They showed their consistency with, scoring points. So
I mean, yeah,
hopefully this might be the season for them.
I was Elsom's teammate last season, and overall he didn't have the greatest of seasons, but he had shown like really strong bits of pace, especially in qualifying, and then just got super unlucky in the races. But I know he's a very, very competent and capable driver, so I'm not surprised to see him up near the front. But yeah, that was a nice move from Housley down the pit straight into turn 1. Haas looking very strong at the moment, and Luhoff, I'm sure, eager to get that place back.
Yeah, it looks like Jordan Alpine is right behind Luhoff as well. He's going to get DRS here as we go through the last corner. and or last time, should I say. And Lujo's gonna regain. He's gonna wanna regain that P3 position, but I mean, it looks like Halsey's just zooming down the straight, and Lujo is catching up. But I think he's gonna go try with the inside. Never mind, he can't. He won't be able to make the turn take here, but he's gonna get DRS on this after turn three. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, really got to focus on a good exit there, because it's not the longest of DRS straights, but Housley, I'm sure he's probably just dumping his ERS right now. Stays ahead after those 2 DRS zones, but whether that's sustainable or not, you know, we're only still just over halfway of this race. There's still a long way to go. Can he keep that 3rd place?
Yeah, I mean, Sogard and Hodgkinson, both the Williams currently at P6 and P7. I don't know who has better pace, but I think Team Principals is just going to want Sogard to stay in front at the moment. You never know, that might change with Hodgkinson on the mediums and no soft, sorry, and then Sogard on the mediums. So it looks like they're going both with different strategies.
And I'm just noticing, you know, both the Astons still down in 13th and 15th. Just absolutely, I still can't get my head around what just happened. I can't believe that they've, you know, out of all the things to happen, they've done it to themselves. I'm sure there'll be stern words with their debriefing after this race. Anyway, a nice little pack near in the front here, with Housley leading it and Hodgkinson bringing up behind and actually starting to make a move onto Sogard, his teammate. Hodgkinson is on the soft tyre, so maybe Sogard was asked to let him pass. I'm not quite sure, but Hodgkinson now up into 6th place and hoping to track down those guys in front who are all on the mediums, I believe. In fact, let's actually have a look at people's tyres. So yeah, in the top 10 at the moment, it's only Hodgkinson and Jahavzol on the soft tyre. And everyone else on the mediums, and a few people low down on the hards and softs.
Yeah, I mean, for Aston Martin, let's go back to Aston Martin. They were strong at the start of the race, and obviously for instant between both drivers, they're back in the outside points now, and I think Aston Martin's objective now is get both drivers into points. We have just over 11 laps to go till the end of the race, so Aston Martin need to use these next 11 laps wisely. I mean, Hamilton is 15 seconds behind Lindell, who currently is in P11 with drivers on P10. So, he's still got technically a long way to go. And Lurchdam coming out there, well with the incident in P1. I mean, he's just zoomed ahead. He's about 4 seconds in front of the Elson, and all Lurchdam needs to do to use his next 11 laps wisely, and he'll be good.
Yeah, and I could just see that Hodgkinson getting a little bit too aggressive and going outside the white lines, and as we've seen already, quite a few people have picked up penalties. So if he wants to fight for these, being in the top 5, he's got to watch out and keep those penalties and warnings to a minimum. And let's see here, Hamadir currently in P12. Like you said, got to make the most of these next 11 laps or so. Behind Ratcliffe, getting very close. On the hard tyre as well, with Ratcliffe on the mediums. Ratcliffe is just within DRS range of Jahavzol just ahead, so Hamadir won't have the DRS advantage over Ratcliffe just yet. And Housley actually coming into pit on lap 19, puts him down in 8th place, and maybe even 9th place if Linderhall here can get ahead of him. It's going to be close. I think Housley has just came out ahead for turn 1.
Looks like Elsom's just gained some pace out of nowhere. You know, he's hunting down Elsom. And Green actually on the soft compound set the fast lap of the race with 128.5. So it is kind of outside the points, but you know if he stays or sticks with that fastest lap, then you know he will get some points from that. No,
I
very
mean,
little though.
I
To the point.
believe you only get the fastest lap point if you're within the top 10.
Is that true?
I believe it is, yeah.
Oh, Hamid actually going off a little bit there, and that's me a freezing penalty for Hamid. So just more chaos for Aston Martin. So. You
Yeah,
know,
I mean,
they were
it's.
great in qualifying, but you know they've just gone downhill from that crash happened.
Yeah, I mean, every team, I'm sure, at some point this season will experience a race like this for Aston Martin. Um, it
And
happens to the best of us.
Jolly getting DRS on Luhoff, just trying to follow him, going down the outside, just colliding a bit there. Got Luhoff forcing him wide. He's gonna get DRS again. I know only a little bit of DRS, but I don't know if he can make this overtake possible.
And here we go with Hodgkinson as well, actually on Jolly. Going down the inside of turn
Oh,
4,
cross
very
him.
close together.
Yep,
And
and there we
Hodgkinson just tapping the inside of Jolly. And that's enough to spin him round. Resetting to track there from Hodgkinson. I'm sure we'll have to have a little look at that later because he knows that's not allowed in the rules, but we'll carry on anyway. Hodgkinson does keep his 5th position, but Al Ghamadi has had a chance now to catch up with some time, currently in 6th position. I mean, Al Ghamdi has had a great race so far, starting really far down after qualifying, up in 6th place, and Hamadir picking up another 3-second penalty. It's going from bad to worse for him.
Yeah, this is that incident with Jordan Hodgkin is very controversial. I mean, from as I know, that driver in front doesn't give any space, just space as well as the driver behind him, tires are behind his side pods. So we'll have to review that later and make a final verdict on that.
Jolly's actually coming into pit now. Just about 8 laps left to go, going onto the soft tyre. And I'm not sure how long he is on those mediums for, but let's see what he can do with this fresh set rubber.
Yeah, looks like he's want to fresh softs, and he's just gonna come just behind the Williams, behind Sogard. So, I mean, Hodgkin are currently in P4, and he's gonna have to pit soon. He's currently done 8 laps in softs, and he's got 8 laps left as well. So we might see him pit onto the softs very soon.
Jarzo at the start of this lap was really close to Ratcliffe, but I think he's went a little bit too deep into turn 1, and now Ratcliffe is trying to get that gap increase between them, but looks like down this next straight here, Jahavzo is going to get DRS onto Connor, and he's going to be at risk here. I'm sure ERS will be dumped by Ratcliffe.
Yeah, it looks like Arif dumped his DRS down that ERS, sorry, down that straight, and still maintains a good distance in front of Drive as well.
And here we have now Elsom, Luhoff and Hodgkinson all pitting. It's going to be interesting to see where these guys come out.
So yeah, Halsey's gonna be P4 now, so right behind his teammate. So that's gonna be good for them. I don't think we'll see Al-Gamadi pit, as he's he's on like 8 lap mediums. He might pit, but the strategy, I don't think he's not going to pit. Well, I don't. So I'm keeping it my words, but yeah, I don't think he's going to pit. He's stretch those mediums out till the final lap. And as Green, his teammate, getting a 3-second penalty.
I
Currently in
mean,
P12.
Gamdy's looking really strong at the moment, P2, but he's only pitted once so far, and he's pitted from the mediums to the mediums. So as F1 regulations state, he's got to use 2 different compounds, so he's going to have to be pitting again at some point, which is obviously going to set him back a little bit. So it's all just a question of when he does that. And if I were him, I would be doing it now. Coming into closing stages of the race now. 6 laps left to go. That's prime time for softs, and he's just got to hammer it out at the end.
Yeah,
And
no,
Elton,
sorry about that. You go.
no, all good. No, you go for it, mate.
Yeah, as you say, just around by turn 9, just at the back, on the turn 9 from the DRS straight, Sogard overtook Halsey, but Halsey's gonna re-overtake him on the pit straight. And Lurgestam, I believe he pitted. He's in P3 now. He's on the softs. He's with Sogard in P5. He's in the DRS here. But he's on the softs and Halsey is on the medium. So Halsey is, Sogard is going to be faster. Going for the inside, but does not make it stick. Has to back up as Halsey sort of closed him off there. But yeah, I think we might. And this is perfect for Haas. I didn't realize Elsom had actually pitted. He's on fresh soft, so he's going to take the soft right to the end. So we could probably see maybe Haas 1-2. But for now, I'm predicting a Elsom, Mergestam, Housley finish as Brecto or Algamadi, sorry, in the Alfa Romeo. He's going to have to pit due to F1 regulations, but you have to switch to at least a race on 2 different compounds, not the same compound.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised he hasn't pitted sooner, to be honest. Maybe he is just a little wary of that tyre degradation and just wants to make sure that he can push out every lap without having to worry about that. But staying out another lap, I'm a little concerned now that he doesn't realise that he has to pit again. Because,
yeah,
I mean, we're getting to 5 laps now, still hasn't pitted.
yeah.
If he doesn't pit for softs, he's going to be in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he does pit for softs. And I mean, hopefully he does know the rules, because if he doesn't, I mean, he's done good so far. I mean, you're going to be, happy as a team principal for Alfa Romeo. But, if he doesn't realise, he's going to have to switch compound, then if he doesn't switch compound, then he's going to get disqualified. So, yeah, this is going to be very bad for Agamadi.
No, exactly. But
yeah,
I know.
is he in the Alfa Romeo VC?
They are actually. Green and Algandi are in the VC.
I mean, as a team principal, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but you might want to tell him just in case.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna pop in and tell him the stream's gonna hear this. I'll be back in a second, Sam. Hi guys, how you doing? You are on stream at the moment.
Yep.
I just want I'm sure you're aware, Algamdi, but as far as I'm aware, you've pitted from mediums to mediums, am I correct?
Yep.
Before the end of the race, you have to switch onto a new compound, otherwise you will be disqualified. Are you aware of that?
No, I was not aware of that, no.
Well, F1, this isn't illegal, this is just general F1 rules. You have to use at least 2 different compounds in a race or you will be disqualified. Thank God I checked. I'm sorry, that does kind of stiff you over a little bit, but it's better than getting disqualified. Sorry about that, Algamdi. Anyway, I will return to the commentary box. Good luck for the final few laps of the race.
Thank you.
Alright, so he was not aware. So thank God I checked with him. Because that would have been disastrous. I mean, he'll still be in the points, I believe, but that has seriously affected his race. So unfortunate for Gamdi. He was having an amazing race. Coming from such a not a great quality to P3, but he does have to pit again in these final few laps. Anyway, let's have a look down here. Sogard's going to be under pressure here from Luhoff, because Luhoff has the DRS and Sogard doesn't. But Sogard does manage to stay ahead and goes a little bit deep into turn what it looks like, and Luhoff actually going side by side with him coming out turn 3. Who's going to have the DRS? It's going to be Luhoff, and he gets ahead on the podium position at this moment in time. 3 laps left to go. There's this bunch of 4 here really close together, and Sogard now down into 4th place. Housley, I'm sure, chasing him down too. But Luhoff going to be under threat here, coming out of turn 10 from Sogard and the guys behind, seeing as he doesn't have the DRS, weaving about a bit to try break the toe. And I'm sure ERS is being used, but stays ahead there. But coming round into the 3rd sector, he's got to be thinking on the pitch straight he's in trouble. So I mean, he could even be thinking at the moment, like we saw with real life F1 2022 in Saudi, is he going to be playing the mind games and trying to get that DRS? But he doesn't. He's just going to try and send it. I'm not sure how much ERS he has left, but I hope for his sake he has a lot of it. Covering off the inside, you can see. Oh, actually no, going back to the outside. But it looks like he has enough ERS, because Sogard doesn't get close enough. But maybe coming into this next DRS zone he will. Trying to focus on a good exit. Again, Luhoff trying to break that toe. And stays ahead. So only 2 more laps now. Luhoff has got to defend off from Sogard. But of course Sogard's got to worry about the guys behind him as well, because they're all very close together. So I can see now actually that as well that Al Ghamdi has pitted. Come out in 8th position. I feel terrible for him, but if he didn't pit, then he's going to be getting no points whatsoever. They're very unfortunate for him, but here we go. Sogard now with the DRS. Luhoff still managing to stay ahead. Oh, Sogard. Oh, looked like from that angle he is going to go around the outside, but stays behind. Getting super close now. Luhoff must be really sweating. Might have got a warning there for Sogard, not quite sure, but no penalties as of yet. And Luhoff now got to be really worried coming down this pitch straight. I mean, surely through all these DRS zones throughout this entire lap, he must have been using that ARS, so I can't see how he has too much left. You can see there the flashing light, that is going to seal his fate. Charging his battery up, and Sogard just breezes past Luhoff before turn 1. Sogard now up into the podium position for Williams, and Luhoff now has to worry about Housley behind, and also maybe even trying to catch up to Sogard, because of course Sogard now is not going to have the DRS and is going to be under threat from these guys. Lap 28 out of 29, not long to go. These guys are just trying to hold in. Luhoff extremely close, trying to fight back for that position that he lost. I'm sure coming out of turn 10, going onto that DRS straight, that's going to be his chance this lap. Housley as well though, very close behind Luhoff. He's got to be worried as well, but here we go. Sogard, I'm sure, using his ERS at this point to stay ahead. And does so. About to enter Sector 3 now. And you can see Elsom on the bottom right there on the track map, coming around the final corner, about to start the last lap of the race. I mean, at the moment, Elsom 3 seconds ahead of Lurgiston, looking like a win for him if he doesn't make any major mistakes. But here we go. Sogard on the pit straight with Luhoff super close behind. Covers off the inside, but it's not going to be enough. Luhoff going down the inside as well, a little bit close there. But makes the move. Nothing Sogard can do to defend against him. And looks like he might come back down the middle actually. He's not giving up quite yet. Sogard still in this fight, it would seem. Is he going to get the DRS? I don't think he does. No, he does actually. Luhoff out of DRS, coming around the outside from Sogard here. Little bit of contact then. Don't think any damage was given. Luhoff stays ahead of Sogard in this final lap. This is the battle for the podium place. Let's see who gets it. At the moment, I'm not quite sure who it's going to be. I mean, for all we know, Housley could, you know, exploit these two fighting in front of him and take it for himself. But Luhoff now in the danger, coming through this DRS straight. Got to dump all the remaining ERS he has. This is the last DRS straight he's going to have to defend this entire race. Getting so close. Sogard now getting really desperate, I'm sure. Trying to go around the outside, just doesn't quite have the momentum to carry him around the corner. This corner always very scary, especially at the latter stages of the race. You know, worn tyres, hot tyres. And here we go, down the last straight. Coming to the final corner, Luhoff still ahead. It's going to be a race to the line. Sogard just has to focus on getting a really good exit, but I'm worried it's not going to be enough for him. And I don't think it is. Luhoff going to be coming home in third place, and through commentating all of this, I've realised I've completely negated the fact that Elsom has won. I've been too busy talking, but Elsom coming home to take the win of the first race this season. Big points for Haas, followed by Lergestum in P2, Luhoff in P3, Sogard P4, Jolly P5, Housley P6, Hodgkinson P7, Al-Ghamdi finishing P8, gutted for him, but still good points for Alpha, and Ratcliffe P9, Jehovah's P10, and none of the Astons actually making it into the points after their little incident, which I'm sure will be talked about, highly controversial. And here you go, T. Smith bringing up the rear. I mean, T. Smith was filling in for Kelsey Best. T. Smith is just a tier 1 reserve and is actually a tier 2 driver himself. But you know, I think it was him spinning out quite early on in this race that kind of sealed the rest of it for him. But here he goes across the line, and I've just been talking non-stop for the last like 5 minutes. I feel like I haven't had any water this entire stream because I don't have any because I'm stupid. But wow, what a race, especially those closing laps for the battle for the podium. What a race. Elsom here, very happy. Yes, finally, Haas redemption. Yeah, Haas is going to be extremely happy with that. And hopefully the, let's see here, if we can get all the drivers coming over to the interview room. I'm just trying to see actually. For some reason. Okay, let me just take a quick note of this grid before I forget to, because that would be embarrassing. And only 2 DNFs that race as well, so not too shabby. Anyway, let's get these interviews underway. Sam, if you are here, can you go and in the tier 1 check-ins channel for all the drivers to come up for an interview. But let's me just sort out this. Just got move a few tabs around. Let's head over to the interview box. Just need to do a little bit of cropping here. Although for some reason it didn't seem to want to let me change it.
Nice. Might be locked into position.
Yeah, I'm just being an idiot. Thank you, Sam. What'd I do without you? Alright, that is good enough. Anyway, let's get our race winner up here if he's here. It's so annoying having all these guys with the same. If you're not in our Discord, for some reason, a number of our drivers have decided to pick this dog as their profile picture. Don't ask me why.
If someone could have put it actually in a public chat, that'd be great.
Don't you do it too, Sam. Anyway, Elsem, how are you doing?
I'm just speechless. Oh my gosh.
I mean, first of all, huge congratulations on the. Is it your first win in Amethyst Racing?
Yeah, it is.
First win in Amethyst Racing, first win for Haas, and the first race of season 3. Haas looking off to an extremely strong start.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got to point out as well, actually. Why couldn't you have done this when you're teammates with me? I mean, it's just saying. When we're in season 2 alpha, you didn't win a single race, and first race season 3 you go and win one.
Yeah. I kind of struggled before.
Yeah. But anyway, that's all behind us now. I mean, how did your race go? I mean, you're looking pretty strong throughout the whole of it.
My start was decent enough to keep my position, so I don't have much to say about that. And I went for a undercut, so I gained some positions of that. And yeah, at the end, when the AlphaTauri, he pitted a lap after me, so I managed to come ahead of him when he came out. So I was really happy with that.
Right. But oh God, I've just noticed Palmer's put his profile picture as well. God's sake, guys.
On the comment.
But yeah, I mean, it's great points for Haas. Win from you, and Housley as well, and of course you got fastest lap too.
Yeah, I did.
So I mean, yeah, perfect start for Haas really, and I mean, I'm trying to think. Would you have been around the Astons when their little situation happened? Were you aware of what happened to them?
I don't know what happened to them, but I definitely think I wouldn't have won if they didn't crash together.
Right. Yeah. But no, a very good race from you, Awesome. Thanks for coming up here to
Yeah.
have a chat with me, and I'll speak to you soon.
Yep. Thanks.
All right. Is Logistem in this call? He's our P2 driver. I'm gonna have to. I can't actually tell. I don't think he is, unfortunately. But I know our AlphaTauri team principal is here, so maybe he can speak for him instead. Oh, he's actually just gone. Oh, no, he's back. Okay, let's get him up here, because he's been wanting to speak, so he can speak for Logistem. Sam, how's it going?
Hiya, mate. How you doing?
Not bad. I mean, how are you feeling after that race?
It's pretty eventful. Obviously, with the start, with the it was an interesting start, and then the Aston Martins decided to. It's fairly interesting. Put a lot of pressure off us, obviously, as they were our biggest rivals. But it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, so I take it Logistem can't make it to the interview. Is that?
He's in the
He's here
chat.
now. Oh,
He's in. Yeah.
he's here
Get
now.
him up.
Let's see if he wants to come up here. Logistem, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm fine.
You've come on PT. You don't sound too excited.
No, I'm excited, but I don't really know what to say, if I'm honest.
That's fair enough.
I'm just happy. I'm just happy for the podium. First race of the season, P2. Great start.
Yeah.
Good way to start it off. I think obviously we all, a lot of the drivers experienced some desyncing issues, which was a bit of a disadvantage for us, for both drivers. But yeah, we're not going to blame it on that. We had amazing performance out there on the track today. So yeah, good job both of you, and good job to Doplin, our handy race engineer.
Of course, you guys do have a race engineer as well. But no, great performance from you, Logistim. And
Thank you.
thanks for the both of you for coming up here. I'll speak to you soon.
No problem.
All right, Luhoff, where is he? I don't know what that profile picture is from him, but where's he gone? we, we won't mention it.
Oh, let's go.
Luhoff, how you doing? Podium in the
Very
first
good there.
race.
So unexpected, man.
I mean, I've got to say, those last few laps, that battle was absolutely insane to
Insane.
watch.
Amazing, man. Really enjoyed it from my side as well.
Yeah, I mean, just talk us through your race. I mean, how do you feel like it went?
It started good. I was like, my legs were shaking, so I was like, my throat was going pretty weird. But I got the jump housely, I think. Start, which is good, and then just managed to get some people. I think I don't know what but like overtakes and stuff, and then with the pit stops as well. Really just good job. No, not getting held up and stuff, and yeah, I had to. I was quite scared for a second that Recto would not pit at the end, which would just I had to cut like 5 seconds to him, which wouldn't have worked, I think. But
Yeah,
yeah, just happy he pitted as well, and then really that battle was really hard. I was really just I was count steering every exit, and I was just doing just enough to just hold them back. Uh, I had quite some interesting tactics, I think maybe, but that's we're all within illegal, but and really good. So yeah, I
yeah.
enjoyed it. Good defending, good fighting. DRS really helped, and it was good.
No, yeah,
Congrats
those.
to my old teammate as well.
Yeah, where did your teammate
Well,
come?
Simon had a desync at the start, so he had to retire unfortunately because of that.
Yeah.
So just a mechanical failure. Yeah.
Mechanical failure, yeah. But no, I mean, yeah, as I was saying, those last few laps were absolutely insane to watch. But some great racing from you, Luhoff, and nice to see you up on the podium on the first
Aston
race.
Martin mudded.
But your team principal wants to come up. Let's see what he has to say.
Hello, can you hear me?
How are you
Yeah.
doing, Jehovah?
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm very pleased with my drivers. Many people thought I didn't like my drivers, but I just like everybody to know it was in fact mental games. We had all the drivers in on it. We had we
Sandbags.
had each of the drivers in on it. We were purposely sandbagging. But
Ooh.
I'd just like to mention about the Simon situation, especially Jolly. I think it impeded Jolly on his qualifying laps. I'd just like to say it wasn't purposeful. Simon was just desynced the whole way through qualifying and the race. So from Simon's point of view during qualifying, as I was watching, it appeared that Jolly wasn't even on the track. He was just stationary. So I'd like to apologize to Jolly for that. But yeah, I made the call on lap 2 to retire Simon so that no further damages were caused, because on his stream it said he was P11, whereas on the actual stream he was P18. So I made the decision to desync to retire him so that there were no further damages.
I
Just
think that's a
wanted to clear
great
that
call,
up.
actually. But no, very unfortunate for Simon. But I'm sure he'll get his chance next race.
Yeah, come on, Luhoff, podium.
Let's go.
No, great stuff from you guys, Ferraris, and obviously, the mind games are already coming into play. So at least we know that now. But no, thank you both very much, and I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah. Sure.
Thank you.
All right, and now I suppose we can go to whoever wants to come up. The Williams team principal has had their hand up for a lot of this, so
Yo,
welcome,
how are you
Heskinson.
doing, guys?
Yeah, doing
Oh.
great. That was a great race to watch. How did it go on your side of things?
Well, Jehovah. I can't lie. Start was all right. I kind of medium soft carried me, and I managed to gain some track position. So I was like, hey, if I sit in this DRS train, and I go to like lap 21 on these softs. I was in like how many? I was in like 10 laps on the softs, and I was like, oh my god, insane strategy. If I go to lap 21 in this train, then I can go onto softs again and bully everyone, right? And I'm like, there's P4 in it for me, but guess what, Jolly? Like just like every other race of last season, lap 20, fighting for P4, I get turned in on, and yeah, it just goes from there. To be fair,
I mean, I have a feeling that an investigation will be launched into that.
yes,
I know that's your choice, but no, we did witness that on the stream. I felt very bad for you, Hodgkinson, but not a bad result for Williams though. Regardless, P4 and P7, still good points, and not a bad start to the season.
yeah, true. I can't lie, Patrick, bro. He wasn't here for qualifying, and I was shitting myself. Oh, I'm sorry. I was peeping myself. Right.
You're allowed to swear. I swear all the time. Don't worry.
Am I? All right. I just got
Yeah.
told by Jolly that I wasn't allowed to, and
Oh,
I
really?
kind of
Oh, really?
was on
Oh.
stream. But right. So he wasn't here, and I was quite scared. I was kind of regretting buying him because I know he wants to turn up late on their first race, and then P14. No, it's gone very badly. Psych. He pulls a P4. Was it P4?
Yeah, P4.
Behind Lou off. Yeah, P4 out the bag. Beautiful, mate.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to join, to be honest. I thought he was a goner, but glad he did, and he put in a good result. So, yeah, I mean, thank you very much, Hodgkinson. Great start for Williams, and I'm sure we'll see it continue. But no, I'll see you shortly.
Yeah, you too, my friend. Also, shout out Willie Haas, GOAT Season 3 Championship. Aston Martin, bankruptcy. Willie Haas, P1 and 2. Right. See you later, lads.
See you
It's
later.
been a good race. Shut up, Palmer.
What a weird
What are
guy.
you talking on about, mate? I'm sorry.
Can I jump in? I can't raise my hand.
Come on in, Jolly.
Hello,
Hello, how you doing?
I'm very good.
I mean,
Nice
I think I would just want to ask, especially
Mm.
after having that interview with Hodgkinson, your perspective on that incident with him.
I won't comment too much. I'll leave it for the ticket. But it was a very late lunge, and when I'm sort of turning in already, it's a bit difficult. But I'll case elsewhere.
Fair enough, fair enough. But I mean, apart from that, P5, coming from P13, I didn't even realize you qualified so low. What happened in the qualifying?
It's all good with Ferrari. He was decent. I came out and got blocked really badly on a flyer by Sanderstill, and then from there on, I can really hook a lap together. So yeah, and then first turn they all sort of piled up. I sort of drove around them on the outside, made up about 6 or 7 positions in the first corner. Which is
Wow, fair enough.
nice.
And how'd the rest of your race go? I mean, it seemed like
Well,
you were,
what was
constantly
it?
battling.
Battling with about 5 different cars. Luke Sogard, Housley, a couple others, Alfie at times. That was very intense. But yeah, it was a very good battle and I enjoyed it.
Oh, it's great to see. And Alpine, both finishing in the points.
Yeah.
Jahavizo, I don't know if you want to come up and have a little speak alongside Jolly. If you do, just stick your... there you go.
Hello, how are you?
Not bad, not bad. How about yourself?
I mean, it could have been better. Definitely, like, we were very strong off the start. Like, if I didn't spin, I think if it was like the exact same scenario with the Aston spinning, we would actually end up like P3 and P4 or P2 and P3. At least like in the start of the race, like in the fucking okay, I can't speak. In the start of the race, like I'm not saying we would finish P2 and P3 or P3 or P4, but we were really strong of the start. We made like really good strategic decisions. But then obviously like I spun. I don't really know what happened. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I just spun. But then again, I come to pits. P17, working my way up to P10 again, and I actually had a fight with Hamade with on my shit fucking medium tires, and I was actually able to like hold him off until like he got into DRS zone because I had no ERS left, and um I think he made some questionable like move into turn one where he actually overtook me alongside, and then like few meters behind the braking zone he just like swooshed like on the right side right in front of me, and if I like didn't avoid the contact I would have fucking crashed into him in like 100 miles per hour.
Right. I mean, fair enough, but
I was like able to keep it within the 3 seconds. I knew I just didn't have to panic. I didn't know why he was fighting so hard for those 3 seconds. Maybe even 6. He had 9 seconds of penalties, so yeah, he had 6 seconds of penalties. I don't know why he was fighting so hard with me.
yeah, I mean, hey, it's still a great result for the first race from you guys in
Yeah,
Alpine.
we're aiming higher though. We're aiming
Can
higher.
you just ask? Did you you know when you let Algamdi know about his tyre choice, was that a little bit of team principle favouring there? Didn't want to let him get disqualified?
Oh, of
Maybe.
course it was. He's one of my
Yeah, not even
he's one of
hiding it. Not even hiding it.
there's nothing to be ashamed about that. All right,
So
he's one of
that's
my drivers. I'm his team principal, and I'm just gonna make sure that he realizes. All right, and good thing I
damn.
did.
Should have had us there. Come on. No,
Uh,
I'm joking.
but yeah, I mean, I think I'll get both of my alpha boys up here next. But
Yeah. One last
Yeah.
thing I would like to say, like, great job to Jolly. Excellent. That was like great P5. So, I hope I can be up there in the next race, and I'm sure I'm capable of being up there with him. So
Watch out for Alpine. That's just what we're saying. Really
we
watch out.
like if the race went as good as in the start, where we were like pace-wise, we were faster than the guys in front of us while being P5 and P6. I think we can get some podiums definitely.
yeah, well, I'm sure we'll just have to have a little look down the line and see how you guys are doing. But thank you
Absolutely.
both very much for racing today and coming up here in the interview. And I'll speak to you guys shortly.
Yeah.
Thanks
Cheers.
for
Have a good
listening,
one.
Sam. Nice
Cheers.
commentating.
Cheers.
Yeah, as
Thank you.
always.
Oh,
Bye.
bye bye. All right, coming up here,
Hello.
Alpha.
Um.
Hamid is.
Wait.
Hold on a minute. What's going on here?
Whoa,
All right,
whoa.
all
Okay.
right.
So I guess there's one
What?
obvious thing, well, two now, with a thing that 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 I hope Sal said. There's two things that I could talk about. So yeah, the first
Hamid,
one.
I'm just gonna stop you right there. Hamid. I did invite the alphas up first, so I'll come to you straight after these guys. All right.
Okay.
You'll have your chance. I'm sorry. All right. Let's get Green up here as well. But welcome Al Gamdi and Green. How are you guys feeling?
Hello there.
I'm fuming, mate. I'm fuming.
I'm fucking heartbroken.
Yeah, I mean, Al Gamdi, I felt terrible for you. I mean, and Green for you as well. But you know, up into what was it P2 or 3, and
I was P3, yeah.
I noticed. I remembered that you started on the mediums, and you've only pitted once, and you're still on the mediums. And I was like, he does realize, right, that he has to pit again because otherwise he's going to be disqualified. And you know, the
Yeah.
final few laps, I was like, I should probably go check on him. Well, I think it was Palmer who suggested that I do. But I mean, hey, still finishing in the points, Al Gamdi. So
Just barely. I started P17. Definitely went really bad in the qualifying, especially because in the beginning, I think I was like, I had to wait because I just came out of the pits going for another run. I had just barely enough time to go for another lap, but I had to wait because people were already going for another one. So I waited for like 10 seconds and I couldn't go again.
right.
So it's
Yeah.
basically just fucked up my qualifying for the most part.
And then
But,
what about I mean, what about the rest of the race? I mean, your strategy seemed to be working out, obviously, until the end bit.
Yeah.
You know, you're up quite high.
I went from P17 to around like maybe like P12 in the first stint. But then I didn't want to go to hard because the whole actual strategy was medium hard, and that's probably the most garbage strategy you can ask for, especially in Bahrain. So I just completely ditched it and went for another set of mediums, and I said, well, maybe I can last these out since I've done it back in Barcelona last season.
Right.
I did last it out, and it was actually going good. I was net P3 with still a lot more pace than the person behind me.
Yeah.
But then obviously I was made aware with I guess the thing I was about to do, because it would have been much worse to go from P3 to not winning at all or not getting any points than P3 to P8.
And what about you, Green? How did your race go?
I mean, well, at the start I got up like 3 positions, and some bozo decided to dive bomb, and then I hit into the Red Bull. The Red Bull spun round. I got stuck behind the Red Bull, and I had wing damage. So I decided to be kind of like a team player, hold up the guy behind me for Gamati, and I guess it kind of helped him out a little bit. But then at the pit, I went on to hards, which I probably shouldn't have. Now I'm looking back at it. I should have just went on medium and then soft like I did, but I went hard soft. So it was kind of messy, but obviously it's time to improve and hopefully have a better race start next time.
Yeah, and I mean, what happened in your qualifying as well? Because I noticed it seemed like you're struggling a little bit there.
So I tried qualifying on the mediums, and then I kind of like just the mediums weren't fast enough, and everybody was switching to soft, so I was kind of forced to. Um, so I warmed up the softs, and then I had the default setup on because like I didn't really have a good setup, so I was just like kind of winging it to be honest. And then um, I got P12, which I wouldn't say is bad because it's my first time qualifying in tier 2, but it definitely could have went better because Rory
Tier
beat
1.
me, and he's pretty shit to be honest. So I don't know. I think I would have done better if I had like a pretty good setup, but every setup I found, I just kept spinning on that one long right-hander. So I just decided to play the safe case here, and I kept it consistent and managed to have a few clean battles with Joe, and then pulled it out to P14. So
Also, there's an incident that happened. Not really an incident, but sort of a weird thing happened. It was Simon and the Ferrari, I think, in the formation lap. While the rest of the pack ahead were going at normal speeds, he was taking at least, probably like twice as slow as the safety car pace. So I don't know why that happened, but it really ruined it for me. And it's probably strategical to probably lower the, I guess, the heat in the tires for me. Because I was on 90, I would have had an incredible start. But then I lost 10 degrees. And
Yeah,
basically it was cold by the time I got to the grid.
was it
So,
Simon in the Ferrari?
yes, it was. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we're
Because he
having
qualified like P14 or something.
we're
But then
having a
two people
lot of
crashed,
reports.
Cad and the other guy.
Yeah, we're having a lot of reports that he was desyncing a lot.
No, the
And
thing is that the movements were not very AI. So I'm saying that maybe
not
it's
necessarily
strategical. I don't know if
AI,
it's
but
legal or illegal to do that, but it was definitely like really bad. It's either him or the Williams. I'm
right.
not too sure. All I know is that like from P like 15 up until like 18, we were going zero. Like at some point, I had to stop in the middle of the road right before the last corner.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know if that's illegal or that's something that shouldn't happen. I have the recording for it. If you'd also like to look over what happened as well,
Yeah, I mean, we can discuss it after this.
but I feel like I need to mention it as I'm not too sure whether that was like weird or illegal or something. I'm not too sure.
No, for sure. But I mean, yeah, I mean, it was unfortunate for both of you in different respects, but I have no doubt next race we'll be seeing both of you
And next race
at
is
the
Imola,
top.
right?
Next race is Imola. That's right.
Okay.
But,
Hopefully that I can shine there.
Oh, I'm sure you will. I've got to ask as well before I send you two off. How do I pronounce your last name?
It's an Arabic name, but I mean, Al-Ghamdi, Al-Ghamari, it's fine. But it's in Arabic, it's Al-Ghamdi, which is kind of hard to pronounce, I would say.
Oh, fair
But
enough. Okay.
you can just
So
say
you don't.
Al-Ghamdi.
That's how you pronounce it.
Man, that's
Kebabs,
sharp,
shawarma.
man.
Al
But
Ghamdi.
Sam,
All right.
it's just
Sam,
Al-Ghamdi.
trying to speak some Arabic real quick, Sam.
Inshallah.
Arabic.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, true. But like it's just it could be Al-Ghamari, Al-Ghamdi, any of those would work.
All right. Sweet. Well, thank you both for coming up here and having a little chat. And
The clown in the mud.
I'll see
Oh
you
man,
shortly.
can we please stop the harassment of our routines? Thank you.
All right, Sam.
Damn.
All right. I'll
But
see you later.
hopefully, yeah, hopefully I'll probably get you a result that you'll be very proud of once you're doing the interview.
Oh.
But,
Yeah. Imola it is.
Imola. And if that doesn't work, Brazil, I've proven myself there. So yeah, hopefully any track really, but
Fair
points
enough.
to this. It's nice talking to you guys.
Yeah, nice talking to you too. I'll see you in a little bit.
All right, cheers.
All right, Hamadir and Joe, you can bring yourselves up here. Well, Joe needs an invite, but how are you both? How are you both doing?
Good. Not very
well,
good, to be honest.
Actually, no, I shouldn't say that. Meh.
I mean, I
Feeling
think
a
we
bit
should
stupid.
we should probably talk about the elephant in the room. What
Sam
happened?
Palmer's still here, mate.
I don't know who wants
should
to
I
take that
just
question.
should I just go on with my perspective
Yeah,
on how it was?
go your perspective.
Okay, so it was like I tried to cover the inside from Lerestam, but he I didn't fully cover it up, so he managed to go down even deeper on the inside, and I just had to go back to the outside. But I think he actually like went deep on the brakes and got a bit wide, and that pushed me wide. But it was like still acceptable, but like borderline. And so I was in a very bad position for turn 2. And at that point, I should have backed out. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it was just my fault, the contact. So I should have backed out, but I didn't, and ended up just very minimally touching Bean. And it's like it didn't make any physical sense how it just spun us both around. It was like really minimal contact, but you know how the physics can be in this game sometimes. So yeah, on one hand, the contact was my fault, but the spinning was just physically not logical. So it was very unlucky as well.
Right.
But yeah, we both had very good pace and to win technically, but yeah, it just wasn't meant to be. But yeah,
And what
I also
about?
have something. Sorry.
I was just gonna ask about Joe and his perspective on it. Is it kind of a similar story?
I suppose obviously at the time I was I thought that they just hit Hamadir, but yeah, now I've sort of looked back at the footage. The physics of how we spun is yeah, you can't really explain it, but yeah, it was unlucky. It wasn't meant to be, but we'll go at Imola.
And I mean, obviously, it's not the start to the season you guys wanted, but are there any positives to take away from this?
Qualifying was
We'll
great.
come back stronger. We'll come back stronger.
Yeah, I'll just try a meeting. I feel a little bit stupid, but yeah, we'll just face the crowd in public.
Yeah. Well, I think it was very unlucky for both of you today. You're looked to be set for success, and obviously that incident kind of brought it all crashing down. But you know, I'm sure we'll see both of you guys
got a long season
back up at the top.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We just thought it would be unfair for everyone else if we just finished 1-2 in the first race, you know.
Yeah, why don't we just say that? Just so we purposely crashed into each other.
Yeah. I also have some comments on the incidents with Drachovsal, because you mentioned it. Like the first one was like when he said I swooped around him, like I rewatched my clip about it, and actually on my clip it looks absolutely fine. Like I actually went all the way past him before the braking zone and also to the right. So I don't know what his perspective was like, but on my side it looked fine. And then there was also something where he like actually just ran into the back of me in the braking zone. Like I covered up the inside, but rather than not like still leaving a bit of space as I did with Lariusam in the controversial incident. I actually covered up the entire inside, but like Trajo still tried to go for it, even though there was literally no space, and he just ran to the back of me. That just threw us both off a little bit, but yeah, weird incident.
Fair enough. But yeah, I mean, unfortunate for you two today, but I'm sure we'll see some improvement next time. But thank you both for attending today and for coming up here.
No problem. Also, Hamadea posted the clip in
Yeah, I saw.
Good.
All right, I'll see you guys shortly.
See ya.
All right, is there anyone else that wants to come up? Yep, there you go.
Hello.
Hello.
What did
How
you
you
say?
doing?
I mean, I wasn't really expecting much else, but I'll take it.
Is it P9?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
P9.
I mean, qualifying definitely could have gone better. I messed up the first set of tires. I scrubbed up a bit too bad on, and then I validated, so I kind of wasted a set of tires. And then went back out on a fresh pair, got a good lap time in, but it's more of like a banker lap time. I could have gone faster. But then yeah, I ran out of time in qualifying, so I ended up going P10. Would have obviously preferred P11, so I could get the medium tires. But yeah, then unfortunately in the first stint, I never had it before. As you probably know, you were in the call with me when I just randomly chose a random cell. So it was kind of my fault, but I just lost the back end coming through that corner and spun out. So luckily I had I just decided to go into the pit the lap after and try and go medium to the end. And I had a really good fight with Drahozul and what was it? I think it's one of your drivers, Algamdi.
I was in the mix too, I think, at the end.
Yeah. When you came out of the pits, was it
Yeah.
you that come out of the pits or me? One or the other, but yeah,
you
that was a
came out.
good little side by side bit there for you. Turn 1 and 2.
And I want to ask as well, with Rory, I'm sure you guys were in a call together, but what happened with Rory?
Do you remember last year or last season?
Yeah.
He did the exact same thing.
Oh.
Literally, we just, but when you were doing some season before, we went onto a call and we compared the two crashes of the last season and this season. They're literally, you'd think you're watching the same clip. The only thing that's different is the leaderboard. It's actually incredible, like how similar they are.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it's coming out of like the Estes section, just on that curb, just
Yeah,
bottomed
I
out
know
and
the one you
spun.
mean.
So yeah, he got very unlucky, but like we both basically went in because he's obviously been practicing with a wheel and gone back to controller for this race and stuff because he wasn't confident enough, and then I just got back. So yeah, we both kind of were there, like, we're not expecting to do too good, but Imola next. I did good there last year in terms of
I mean,
qualifying.
Imola's your favourite track, isn't it?
Yeah, doesn't mean I'm gonna absolutely ace it, but
I'm expecting big things now, Connor.
yeah, well, hopefully it rains and then I might have a chance.
And did you see your dad in the chat supporting you on?
No, I didn't actually. Right, so thing is, I don't want to bring this up because of the financial issues McLaren are having in Tier 2 at the moment. But I couldn't get in contact with the TP, so I kind of just gave up with that. But luckily, our strategist or engineer, whatever you want to say, came in clutch, and he did a massive help for both me and Rory a bit. And kind of like saved my spin, like kind of worked out. I did an extra lap after my spin just so he could kind of calculate what would be the best thing to do. And and yeah, it was really really helpful. So big thanks to him. But yeah, no, like other than that, I the start of the race was going really well for me. I was trying to catch up to Jolly. I think you were watching that on stream or something.
Yeah.
I was like gaining on Jolly, and I got fastest lap of the race and all that good stuff. And then the same lap that I did all that, I spun it because I think I was
Got
just
so close to
overdoing it.
me.
I know. I think I was just overdoing the tires. They were just too hot, and yeah, it was very frustrating. But I started P10, finished P9, so I can't really complain in its points. I mean, I was going to bring up Aston Martin for a minute there, but no, I actually feel bad for them because they're going to have to push like hell now. But it's the risk they took. But yeah, like other than that, just a lot of good overtakes. It was a good battle. I went around the outside quite a few times. And yeah, it's just good fun. And I hope that everyone that we did have a little battle with enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's the main thing. So yeah. But yeah,
Well,
Imola next. I'm hoping I'll be a bit more prepared for that one. Just because of well, but yeah.
Fair enough. But yeah, I mean, not the best start for McLaren.
No.
But I'm sure we'll see some improvements.
I mean, you've seen Rory around Bahrain before. He wasn't gonna do well. And I mean, I'm not just saying that to be a twat to him, but like, he's Bahrain's kind of his bogey circuit.
Fair enough.
But he still managed to out-qualify quite a few fast people, which I'm quite proud of him for.
Wait, was he on controller?
Yeah.
Did you find out if he returned his wheel?
He's not.
He's not. Okay, good.
He just hasn't been practicing, so he didn't want to use it.
Well,
But I guess we can both end off the stream now.
Yeah. I mean, take it away, Connor.
No, you do this one. I got to do the one on Sunday.
Oh,
I was
okay,
just going to say thank you for everyone tuning in for the season opener.
Yeah, I mean, season opener, I think at one point we had nearly 35 viewers, which is absolutely mad. I mean, only 11 now. I mean, to be fair, we have been doing interviews for like half an hour, so...
Yeah, I was going to say, that was a quick race.
Yeah, well, it's because we went straight into the race from the quali, didn't we?
I looked at the streaming time at the end of the race. It was 1 hour and 21, I think.
Wow. Wait,
And
was it 1 hour and
usually
21?
Yeah, usually it's about the 2-hour mark where we end the race.
But wait,
and
so
we do
we've
about 20 minutes of interview.
so we've been interviewing for like 40 minutes. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
No wonder like 20 people left.
It was a tier 1 special, no safety cars.
That's true.
Yeah. How was the no safety? Did you put it on reduced?
I might have put it on reduced.
Rory's not happy with you.
Oh no.
Because when he crashed out, he was like, "That better be at least a safety car so you can pit." And I was like, "It's not, mate."
Oh no. But nah, yeah. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for all the follows as well. Again, if you haven't followed, please do. It does really help us out. But no. Join us again on Sunday, 5 p.m. BST, for the Tier 2 race. And it's well known that Tier 2 was better than Tier 1.
Right. Can I just say something, actually? This Tier 1 race was absolutely amazing. I think there's like, was it P1 to P, like, how many people were in the qualifying? Like 15, 16?
There were 17 in the qualifying.
Right, so P1 to P16, there was a second and a half between that entire field. I think there's just one person at the bottom who hadn't managed to like hook a lap up or whatever, was 2 seconds off, but 1.4 between the entire, field that's on the grid isn't. I think that's probably the closest it's been all season.
I didn't notice that actually. That's actually great.
Yeah. So and I think there was like 5 tenths between the top 10 or something like that, which was pretty close. So keep it up. That was probably the most, I don't know, like realistic race we've had.
An evenly matched.
Yeah.
Tier 1. No, it's great to see. But yeah, we have been doing these interviews for quite a while.
Yeah,
so
we need
we
to,
should.
yeah.
We'll end it there. But thank you all for tuning in. And yeah, like I said, join us for the Tier 2 race and see you all later.
Adios, amigos.